We are
back for another impromptu Our 3 Cents.
Yeah, second one tonight.
We hadn't done any in a while because we kind of forgot about Pee-wee for a while.
We'll get around to finishing that. We did the same thing we were doing the Trey Stone and Matt Parker movies. It took us like 4 months to get through all those.
Yeah.
Something like that. Because we kept on finding other stuff. And if you watched the Office Space review, then then we talked about Diedrich Bader and Beverly Hillbillies, and I said now I want to watch Beverly Hillbillies. Well, guess what? We watched Beverly Hillbillies.
And guess what? We're now reviewing it.
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to give some specifics on this movie? Like year and stuff? Because I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember all of it.
Released October 15th, 1993.
Okay.
Do you remember the first time you saw this film?
Oh gosh, no.
You should.
I should?
Hopefully you should.
I don't.
Okay, you first saw it in Iowa, Kansas, because you, me, and Dad went to go watch it in the movie theater together.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I was thinking that I had seen this in the theater, but I couldn't. I wasn't sure. I don't remember a lot of Iowa. I don't remember a lot of living there.
So Dad's taking us to watch this.
Yeah. Of course, Dad would take us to watch this
because he liked the show when he was.
Yeah.
He liked the TV show. An example of a good movie based on a TV show. There's so many of them that are bad.
Yeah.
But this is an example of a good. I don't remember a lot of the TV show. I've seen episodes here and there, so I don't know how well it recaptures the spirit of the TV show.
I think there were a lot of things that were done right with it. I've seen a decent amount of episodes of the TV show. I used to watch them a lot when they were on repeats, especially Granny's character. Granny's character was just perfect, you know. And yeah, it is. It's easily one of the best examples of TV show to movie adaptation.
It was kind of silly, the TV show was.
You
know. This is still fun. It has a little more serious story. Just because they have to basically tell a whole story in, an hour and a half or something like that?
Yeah.
As opposed to a TV show where they can spread it out over a season.
Yeah.
Whether I don't remember if they were episodic episode, if they were all wrapped up in one story or if it was a continuing storyline.
Kind of. I mean, it was like you kept up with the characters, but for the most part, they were kind of one-offs.
Okay.
Kind of along the lines of like Bewitched, where there were some things that were continuous, but most of them kind of stood alone. Okay. Or like I Love Lucy. Most I Love Lucy episodes stood alone.
Right.
You could watch them in any order. As long as you halfway knew who the characters were, then it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Very, very funny movie.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Yeah, everything is just all the casting was spot on. I mean, I could not, for the life of me, ever think, even out of people working today, could not think of anybody that could play Jed Clampett like Jim Varney.
Yeah, and when I first heard that he was going to be playing Jed Clampett, I was just like, what? What? Seriously? What? I couldn't believe. Ernest P. Worrell, like, you know what I mean, Vern? And,
yeah.
I can't imagine him. I could never imagine him playing a serious role. But like he said, I mean, he is perfect. He was the perfect Jed Clampett.
Yeah.
And it's, it's a shame, that he passed away. But
God rest his soul. He was so great.
Passed away in 2000, February 10th, 2000, of lung cancer, because it's fucking cancer. And he didn't get it. That's why Slinky Dog really didn't have a whole lot of lines in Toy Story 3.
Yeah.
Because he did the voice of Slinky Dog, and I guess they just got somebody to, I guess who kind of sounded like him to do it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just...
Well, because they weren't going to just write the character out.
Yeah, because he was one of the main characters. So,
Especially in the first one. He was basically Woody's conscience.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, it was when I first heard that he was going to be playing. It's like I couldn't wrap my head around it. And then I watched. I was like, wow, this guy can actually do something besides comedy. I mean, granted, yes, it is comedy, but there was some heartfelt moments, and he really felt. Of course, at the time when we watched this, the only thing we'd seen him in is Ernest movies.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do those someday.
But I saw, but I was like, wow, this guy, has some range to him, and it's fine. I mean, it's great. So.
I think all the casting was perfect for this. Obviously Dietrich Bader is, like I said before, he's a treasure. He really is. He is hilarious in everything he's in. He plays that kind of role so well.
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily the, somewhat ignorant, good-hearted type person, but more just, I don't know, he has a way of playing his roles realistically. You look at him and you're like, okay, this is a guy that I could hang out with.
Mm-hmm.
This is a guy I would be friends with, basically. And Cloris Leachman as Granny. She is just a legend. And yes, I want to talk about the other cast member.
She's actually still alive.
Cloris Leachman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's that? Erica Eleniak?
Yeah, I want to talk about Erica Eleniak, if you don't mind, for a second.
Okay.
Because,
should I leave the room?
No, you don't need to. I'm gonna be honest with you here, fellow YouTubers and anybody watching, and what may be including our parents. If you are watching, I halfway apologize for what I'm about to say. Erica Eleniak was basically my sexual awakening.
Under Siege?
Under Siege. And yes, Mom and Dad, if you're watching, yes, you always made me cover my eyes when that movie came on, but guess what? I saw that scene anyway. A lot. And yeah, she always was. And then Baywatch.
Yeah,
and then this.
See, that's what I mean. She was in the middle of Baywatch when this came out. When looking back now, it's like, really, Shawnee from Baywatch is playing Ellie Mae.
Yep.
Of course, at the time I didn't know because I didn't watch Baywatch at the time. But also, she was the pretty girl in E.T.
Yes, she was the girl that Elliot got to kiss during that infamous frog scene. God, that was such a fantastic scene.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. But, yeah, Eric Laniak was not my first celebrity crush, but probably one of the biggest for me, in the sense that I was like, okay, like, this is, okay, yeah, like, there's things happening here.
Now I am a man.
Yeah, I mean, Joanne Whaley was my first celebrity crush, obviously. Also formed my love for redheads. But Eric Laniak, ooh, man. And then when I got older, I found out that she was in Playboy, and so of course I looked those up. She was in a lot of Playboys.
Leah Thompson.
Leah Thompson.
Uh,
As the villain.
Yes, as a villain. Yeah.
Which is weird, but she played it well.
She's always the girl next door. Well, not even. She's more than girl next door
Yeah.
in a lot of things, but she's not a villain. That's for sure.
Mhm.
And she was a good villain.
Yeah. She was a great villain.
On the side, played on the side of.
We got to do this right. Because we've been making the joke for the past like 3 days by different stuff that we've seen.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
Rob Schneider is an ambassador
Yep.
in the Beverly Hillbillies.
He's a banker who comes across a devious plan to rip rednecks off of their money. Dirt to dirt. Dirt to dirt.
A dirtly dirt. Rob Schneider is the ambassador. Coming soon to theaters near you. And
we really have no way to explain
why that's funny.
Why that's so funny. It's just something from South Park, and seems like for the past couple of days we've been seeing Rob Schneider stuff. And we were up at Movie Training Company. I found some horrible looking Rob Schneider movie, and I walked up to Michael and was like, Rob Schneider is the chosen one, and we've pretty much been laughing about it ever since.
Yeah.
Oh,
he was actually born on Halloween Day, 1963.
Wow.
Yep. So, but if you don't understand that reference,
Play the South Park game, and you get it.
Not even that. I mean, you can, because you can go into the movie theater
And
they
you're like
show
3
those
of them.
clips. But it's which episode is it? It's the one where Cartman and Chef go to Ireland or Scotland to get Kenny's soul out of him.
Oh, was it that one?
Yeah.
And isn't the side story in that the other two?
The Edward.
Yeah. The John Edwards one.
John Edwards episode.
Yes.
Biggest douche in the universe.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, that's the other one. But yeah.
See, you went in
It's a
thinking
South
you were
Park.
going to get a Beverly Hillbillies review, and we end up, talking about South Park. So.
There you go.
And I gotta say, the best cast member, this cow.
Yep.
There we go. That cow.
Well, that's his opinion.
Are you gonna say the orangutan?
No, there's one more cast member that I thought is the true standout performance out of this movie. Lily Tomlin. Lily Tomlin is
Yep.
so great in this movie. Playing Miss Hathaway, she plays her role so perfectly, and the flirting that she does with Jethro through the whole movie is just hilarious.
It's so low key.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
And
it's
he
low
just
key
does-
because he doesn't get it, but it's so obvious because he doesn't get it.
Yes. Yes, exactly. And I really wish that they had been able to make more movies.
Yeah,
At least like one more. They
maybe a
could,
sequel. Because I mean, every other crappy thing from the '90s got a sequel. Why can't we get a sequel to a good movie?
yeah.
And I mean, this came out in 1993, so I mean, they had plenty of time.
Yeah.
Before Jim Varney died.
Yeah. They could have easily made a good sequel to this. But yeah.
But they didn't, so.
And I like that they gave Ellie Mae more than what probably normally could have been.
Mhm.
They easily could have made this movie and just had Erica Laniak in the role and not given her a lot.
Yeah.
It could have just been, she's the daughter role. But they actually gave her her own story.
Yeah,
And I really
and
like
she
that.
is pretty central to the overall story arc
Yeah.
in the movie. So.
And they even kind of gave her a love interest. Cool.
Yep. So,
yeah.
great flick, super funny. I've watched it several times. I think this is probably like the second time I've watched it this year, and it's always
It still
super
holds
funny.
up.
Yep.
It holds up great. For, I mean, just everything. It's still funny. The performances are still good. It's a well-written movie.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Who is it? Who is it that did it?
I'm not sure.
Directed by Penelope Spheres.
Okay.
But yeah. So great stuff. Definitely worth a look if you haven't seen it. If you're a fan of, you know, 90s humor.
And if you have seen it but haven't watched it in a while, hop it back in.
Yep.
Watch it again. It holds up. It's still good. It takes you back. It really does.
And you can see Leah Thompson in her underwear.
Yeah.
So yay. And Rob Schneider being a creep.
Yeah. Basically, Rob Schneider being himself.
Yep. So, thanks for watching.
Yep.
Blessed be.
Nice.
Another Our 3 Cents coming soon. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.